Hey guys and gals, I'm back with another episode of Dark Girl Chronicles. Hello. Oh my gosh, so much stuff has happened. I have to figure out where to start. So I'm almost done with school. I have 3 classes to go, and I'm super excited about that. I got 3 classes to go out of like 16 total that I had to take. Um, yeah, I'm super excited about that. So I guess I should start at the beginning. So I took auditing and I'm trying to think what's the other class I took. Um, Microeconomics. Okay, I need to back up because you guys missed the previous one too. I was in advanced um, accounting in the fall of 2018, and I was also taking macroeconomics. Y'all, that was like ridiculous. I'm not even gonna lie. That was so ridiculous. We almost didn't pass that. I managed to go from um, a not very good high grade in advanced accounting to a B plus at the very end because I got a 90 on the final exam. I started studying in October, and it was because the final was cumulative. I started studying at the end of October all the way up until the day of the exam, and about half an hour before the exam I would go back and redo chapters, redo chapters, redo chapters, the homework for the chapters. And um, I managed to get a B plus. I'm not even sure how I managed to do that. I'm not even sure how I managed to do that. I got a C plus in econ because I didn't like the way the class was being taught, but whatever. I didn't like it. And I managed to pass that. I got a C plus in that. So this semester I was taking. This was in spring of 2019. I was taking auditing, which is basically you go in and you look at people's books and you tell them, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, your books are good. Or no, your books ain't good. You need to fix this. You need to stop screwing this up. Stop trying to hide money too. So that's basically the gist of it. Um, and you have the audit engagement, what's called an audit engagement, and you go in and you look at the books. You tell the people this is what you need to do to fix your financial records before you send these out to people. You have to do that. You cannot send out incorrect information. So that was auditing. I got an A in that, and I think that might be what I actually go into. I think that's what I'm gonna try for, because I really enjoyed auditing. I did. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of, instead of like numbers and looking at, instead of a lot of numbers and having to calculate a lot of things and looking at how to calculate these things, it's more, is it calculated correctly? Which, if you know my background with uh, editing and newspapers and things, that's exactly what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing in newspapers. So there's that. So I think I might be really good at that actually. Um, so then there was macroeconomics. I'm sorry, microeconomics. I always get the two mixed up. But we had a different professor come in because we were supposed to have the same professor that we had last semester. And I was like, yeah, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't want the same professor. So it turns out 2 days before class started, I had a new professor. And yeah, it was a total clusterfuck. I'm not even gonna lie, it was a clusterfuck. So I yeah. I managed to get an A in that too. So that greatly helped my GPA. I mean, that brought that GPA up. It wasn't low to start with. I had a 3.0, but it brought it up to be like a 3.12 GPA. And my overall GPA, since I've been back in school, plus the two like transfer classes that I had to transfer over um, from USC, plus the ones I took at Midlands Tech, plus the ones I took to replace an old class or so. That I got my overall GPA now is a 3.42. So a lot of those A's helped where I had like a C plus or a C somewhere. When I graduated school the first time, I had a 3.0. I managed to get it back up to a 3.0. That was hard. It took the entire time that I was in school from my third semester onward to get that GPA back up to a 3.0, just to get it to a 3.0. It was not good. So I said this time around, I'm never going to do that again. I'm not going to put myself in a hole. I just stopped going to school for all of that. But I'm not going to put myself in a hole like that and then have to, come out of school with a 3.0 GPA that we barely got and then have to explain it and then have to demonstrate it. Actually, we're much smarter than this. And the only reason why we had that and why we struggled is because dumb stuff. So, yeah, I'm super pleased with my grades and my progress for this semester. Um, so school is going well. I have 3 classes to go. I have business law and ethics, which is like the media law and ethics class that I took about 20 years ago. I took that in the summer of 2002. And here we are, the summer of 2019. Guess what I'm going to be doing? Something dealing with law and ethics. Then I am not going to school in the fall because there are no classes offered that I can take. So I'm not going in the fall. And then the last 2 classes that I need are offered in the spring. So I will be doing that. I will be taking it in the spring. And then I graduate. I graduate May 2nd, I think it is. May 2nd, 2020. And right before that, 3 weeks before that, I get married April 10th, 2020. So we're going to see how well that goes. We're going to see how well we manage to get these things done and get everything planned and ready to go before those 2 things actually happen. Because that might be a cluster. That might just be a cluster. So wedding planning's going well. I've got my planner. I've got a photographer picked out. I just got to call her and put my deposit down for all of that so I can get my engagement photos done. And yeah, I think it's going well. We've got our venue secured. I've got my bridal party secured. We know who's gonna be in the bridal party. I just gotta pick out dresses now. My has been started. My dressmaker is making my dress. Yeah, wedding planning is going well. We're in the thick of it now because we have less than a year to go. And we're both super excited. We also have a lot of money saved up. We have about $4,000 saved up, which is pretty good. We're gonna be putting some more money in there. Yeah. Trying to think what else is going on. Um, yeah. So I'm also working on this encyclopedia um for Mortal Kombat. So hopefully this will go really well. I can't really get in depth about what it is we do and what's going on too much and any progress we're making because that's kind of a closely held secret. So I can't really talk about that. But I can talk about the fact that it's a project. It's a project that's out there. You can follow us on Twitter. Um, it's it's I think they're at Encyclopedia MK. But it's a good project. We need it. It's so necessary. We need that. Because if you play Mortal Kombat and you care anything about the series, you're going to be like, who are all these people and why are they interconnected and what's going on? Especially because the 11th game just came out. So, yeah, you kind of need to know. You kind of need to know if you're interested in the series. And an encyclopedia would be helpful. So, yeah, follow them on Twitter. I'm an editor for it, so it's really cool. Um, so, as usual, I have issues with my ex-husband. We'll get into that a little bit. For some reason, he keeps looking at my profile on LinkedIn, and I'm like, stop. Why are you looking at my stuff? No, I haven't used your name. The only reason why it shows my former married name is because it shows that it's my former married name. Like, I went back to my maiden name, and I meant what I said when I told him that years ago. I am going back to my maiden name until such time that I remarry. And trust me, your last name is gonna be but a distant memory, if that. So it's like, bruh, really, just stop. Like, you don't need to remind me that you're still alive. I don't care. I really don't care that you're still alive. If you died tomorrow, trust me, I would not be sad. I ain't coming to your funeral either. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm just like, okay, well, he dead. Good riddance. I hate to be that person, but it's like, bro, I don't care about you. I don't care about you. I don't need to know that you're still alive. You do absolutely nothing for me. You don't do nothing for me except remind me why it is that you don't just marry some random person that you just met. Like, that's the only thing that you good for, is to remind me of that. And to let me know that I may or may not be able to actually have children. That's it. I might not be able to have children. I don't know. I don't know. Every time that I've attempted to get pregnant, it ain't happened. And that's probably because I might not be able to have kids. I don't know. Might be timing. Don't know. But it's like, bruh, stop. Stop. You ain't got to remind me. I know you're still alive. Unfortunately. You're still alive. Ain't nobody called me and been like, oh, well, your ex-husband died. Nobody bothered to tell me that. So I'm pretty sure you're still alive. Somebody somewhere would have let me know. I can't stand him. It's like, bro, like, why? Why every 6 months you gotta let me know this? Do I really need to know? No. Don't. Like, go somewhere. Nobody thinking about you. And quit looking at my profile. It ain't changed. And when it does change, it still ain't gonna affect you. So let it go. I don't know. It's just, God. Like, you just know dealing with somebody or not dealing with somebody that you're not getting nothing good out of that. There's nothing good gonna come out of that. So you might as well just not even bother. Like, you just might as well not even bother. Why? I struggle to figure out why he's still involved in trying to let me know that cause he know I can see it. I'm like, I can see it. I can see you doing it. It pops up and tells me, so and so looked at your profile on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of the few where it'll tell you who has been viewing your profile, because you want to see if somebody who is possibly going to offer you a job is looking at your profile. Like, so I can see you. I can see it. I don't know. It's aggravating at best. I'm being nice when I say aggravating. I don't know. I really want him. I really want him to let me go. You made sure I knew you didn't want to be involved. You made sure I knew you didn't want to be married to me. Hence why see this ring right here? That it belongs to somebody else. See that right there? It belongs to somebody else. So why are we still? You made sure I knew that. You left no stone unturned. I got to give you that. You left no stone unturned. So why are you trying to let me know that you still alive? What is the point of that? Don't you got a girlfriend to go screw over? Anyway, so then also I need to get into my mother-in-law, my future mother-in-law. God bless her. I was raised to be a very respectful person. I was raised to be a good, kind, southern black woman who mind their business, They don't get involved in things that don't involve them. And, they treat everybody decent. But there come a time when you got to put your foot down with some people, because they ain't gonna do right. They're not gonna do right. And they don't know when to quit. So my mother-in-law decides that, first of all, she does not think we should be getting married. She does not want to see her child get married. That's just too much. We're doing too much here. Brandon is 40 years old. He's 40 years old. He is capable of making his own decisions. If that's what he want to do, then guess what? That's what he gonna do. You can't change that for somebody. You can't do all the thinking for somebody and then be mad when they don't want to do what you want them to do. But between the interference, the assumptions, the implications, you never come out right and say nothing to somebody's face. Then when you do say something that's tactless, I'm like, woman, you best get going here. Apparently over here, I run this fiefdom of coochie. Okay, let me go ahead and put this out here. My fat ass runs a fiefdom of coochie. And apparently, I can make him do whatever it is I want him to do through the magical powers of coochie. That's not true. It's completely not true, but whatever. Then, on top of that, I'm apparently out here making him rebel based on the powers of coochie. And I'm like, this implication that I am not Christian, that I am a heathen, a godless heathen at that. And then on top of that, that I'm of loose moral and of low character because coochie. And I'm like, baby doll, listen, I don't know where you getting this stuff from, but you better stop it. You need to stop because you're making a fool of yourself and you're not endearing yourself to me. And on top of that, you're going to make me not want to associate with you or your child because you're getting there. You're getting to that point. I don't want to have to put up with this. I shouldn't have to put up with somebody accusing me basically of being of low character and of being a godless, non-Christian heathen. And just for the record, I'm Catholic. So, that's not even an option. It's not even an option. But yeah, I just was like, oh gosh. And then there was a situation with somebody that I worked with that I considered a friend, who I do not consider a friend any longer. Because periodically, in the 5 years that I have worked at my place of business, I have tried to be friends with folks and come out of my shell and be friendly. And there are some people I'm friendly with there. But there's always that one that got to ruin it for everybody else and make me not want to be friends with folks. So for some reason, we think it's okay to be dismissive to people. We think it's okay to be rude. We think it's okay to basically call them attention seeking because they happen to be bisexual. So, a girl I used to be friends with, for some reason, kept, and also, let me go ahead and put this out here too. There was a thing I had shared on Facebook a couple of weeks ago that said the jealousy is in the jokes. Because it's always that when somebody that's got to be running it in the ground. They always got some kind of comment to make. They always got some kind of joke to make. And they seem to think that it's okay because don't nobody say nothing to them. Because I ain't checked you yet. But then when I do check you, then you want to act like you don't know what I'm talking about. And that I'm just, making things up and I'm trying to make myself seem more important than I really am. Which ain't true. But, it's fine if you're going to want 1 or 2 times. You joking about the fact that it's taken me 5 years to marry Brandon. But after that, okay, it's not funny anymore. It's not funny. You know what the reason is. It's not as if we just randomly decided, oh, hey, we're going to take 5 years to get married and do whatever. And even if we did, so what? Okay, but you got to keep repeating the same joke like it's still funny. It's not funny. It wasn't funny the first time you said it, but I was being nice and politely laughing with you because of the absurdity of the situation. But after the first time, it ceased to be funny. And I'm just like, stop. Because now you sound like an ass. You sound like a jackass. You're making an ass of yourself. But I didn't say anything. I just kind of let it go. But when you rude and you dismissive to me, and you make it seem like I can't have an opinion about something, but you can, okay, yeah, let's talk about how I'm not going to talk to you ever again. Then on top of that, you come out your mouth sideways at me about the fact that I said another girl who works in a whole nother department on the other side of the building was cute. And it was because that same girl, first of all, I've been seeing this woman for years. Okay, I've been there 5 years. I had seen her, and I've always thought she was really pretty. I just thought she was pretty. But she had something going on in her department with her supervisor, who was out here trying to make her feel bad because she looked a certain way after she'd had a baby. And the first thing I said was, I had seen her friend earlier in the morning. Her and her friend had been talking earlier in the morning. And I didn't say anything then. But I happened to be in there when they were talking. And I heard her conversation about the fact that her supervisor was trying to get on her. And I had said, then I told her friend later on that day, I said, well, listen, tell your friend, I said, she ain't got nothing to worry about. She's a beautiful gal. She ain't got nothing to worry about. I wouldn't be worried about it, to be quite honest. And I left it at that. But I had said, and in the way that I had described her, I said, oh, that's the girl over in whatever department it was. I said, that's the girl over in such department. The cute one, the real cute one. She's really pretty. Got really pretty hair, pretty eyes, real nice shape and all. She's a real pretty girl. Apparently, I'm out here putting on an act. So this person I used to be friends with was sitting there like, oh, well, you need to stop. You be putting on an act. Excuse me? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Excuse me? Well, you be putting on. And I'm like, who? Who am I putting on for? Who am I putting on for? This doesn't even make sense. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, but I noticed this though. They one of these people that's always in the church. And these church going folk get on my last nerve. They make my teeth itch. Because it's always got to be God this and God that. And you always got to be putting Jesus out here and Jesus that. And y'all don't be using the stuff correctly. If you gonna be sitting up here quoting me the Bible and all, quote the damn thing correctly. Okay? Just get out my face with this whole Jesus isn't. I can't stand all this huge push for putting religion into everything and trying to force it on people. I can't stand that. Don't do that. And I'm by no means an irreligious person. I am not. I'm not an atheist. I'm not agnostic. I'm none of that. I'm actually very, very Christian. Got a very intimate knowledge of the Bible and the principles of Christianity. Again, I'm Catholic. But just because I don't go to church does not mean that I don't have some type of relationship with God. And these people are getting on my nerves with this. Because y'all out here making assumptions based on what you think you know. You don't bother to ask any questions. You just assume these things. And then on top of that, You make yourself look like a complete and utter hypocrite and jackass when you out here being judgmental. Because last time I checked, the only person or only being that can judge anybody is God. So, who are you? I can't stand this. I can't deal with that. I cannot deal with hypocrisy. I can't deal with that. Get out of my face with that. So then there was this whole foolishness with Chick-fil-A. The only reason why I even bother with Chick-fil-A, and as a matter of fact, I don't now, specifically, tried to give them a chance. Because they've been known for this foolishness before, where they was out here smiling all in folks' face, and then you turn around and give them the anti-LGBT organizations. Yeah, that's a no-go for me. That's a no-go. But they had said, oh no, we're not going to do it anymore. We're wrong for that. We stopped doing it. Why years later you still doing it? You just lying to folks. So now you're a hypocrite as well. But you started throwing the Bible at folks about how, oh gosh, we can't be open on Sundays because Christianity. Go sit down somewhere. So I don't mess with Chick-fil-A. I don't mess with them like that. I don't support them. I don't eat that. I don't like their food. The only reason why I would even go in the interim years is out of convenience. They just happen to be one of the few places located around my job. Okay. We have a dearth of places to eat. We literally have a Bojangles across the street, a McDonald's down the road, a Subway around the corner and down the street next to the same McDonald's. We have a Burger King. We have a couple of Chinese places. There's a Schlotsky's, and I'm trying to think what else. I mean, there's some grocery stores around it, but in terms of variety, it's pretty much burgers, burgers and chicken, pretty much. That's pretty much, and maybe a few sandwich places, maybe. Okay, but you kind of get tired of eating the same things over and over and over again. So people tend to go to Chick-fil-A at the job. Okay. But this is my problem. Don't sit up here and try to make it seem like I'm being a hypocrite by eating at Chick-fil-A when I told you, and I had already told them, I said, I don't care if we go to Chick-fil-A. You're not going to see me select it and be like, yay, we need to go to Chick-fil-A for lunch. Yeah, let's go. You're not going to see me do that. Somebody gave me a gift card for Chick-fil-A, and it took me like months before I used it. And that was only because, guess what? My lunch companions wanted to go to Chick-fil-A. Like, it was like, okay, y'all want to go to Chick-fil-A? Fine. I'm not going to be like, no. Especially because I'm the one driving. I don't care. I don't care where we go. We need to go somewhere fast, and we need to get this stuff, and it need to be cheap. And Chick-fil-A ain't cheap. But we need to go somewhere fast. And it's close by. It's close by the job. So I was like, wait a minute. Wait. So you're going to try to sit up here and justify this by saying, she was like, well, because they won't let them come to certain places. They had told them, apparently some businesses or whatever, something told Chick-fil-A they couldn't come open up in these airports because they didn't agree with their policies. And they was like, y'all wrong for this. And so apparently she was mad because they wouldn't let Chick-fil-A come. So she was like, well, I'm going to go twice today. I support Chick-fil-A and da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting there looking at her like, really? This the hill we choose to die on? Okay. Now you done already been trying to be slick with your mouth and sit up here and say I put on, and that me being bi and happen to think that women are beautiful creatures. I'm not understanding how this is a problem, but okay, fine. You out here acting like me being bi already is an issue. And you tried to be slick with your mouth. And you thought I didn't catch it. But now here you come because it's the opposite. It's the opposite of what everybody else is saying. You're gonna take the contrary opinion just to be contrary. Ain't nobody got time for all that. I don't have time for all that. And when I expressed this opinion and I said, I don't agree with Chick-fil-A. I don't particularly like Chick-fil-A all that much. Child, I was called everything but the child of God. I was called everything but the child of God. And she was exceptionally rude. And was basically like, get away from my desk. I said, oh, you ain't ever got to worry about my black ass talking to you ever again. You ain't ever got to worry about that ever. I will never speak to you again. I don't care if you on fire. I wouldn't give you a glass of water to put it out. I would not. I just sit there and look at you. Guess you on fire. Huh. And I go right on about my business. You ain't never got to worry about me ever. My petty black ass will not. There's a reason why I'm called the Empress of Petty. There's a reason. And it's for that reason right there. I do not deal with extremely rude people. I don't. Especially people who's supposed to know better and do better. Also, this same person was sitting up here blowing up my damn phone 2 weeks before this with bullshit about somebody else who going through something. The woman in question clearly has had some type of neurological episode. I don't know if it's a stroke or what. I ain't a doctor, so I don't know. But I can tell you, she ain't right. Okay? Her shit ain't right. The woman clearly seems to have gone through something. She went through something. Now, I had guessed it was a stroke. Because as soon as she opened her mouth and she was talking to me, I was like, whoa, this woman has had a stroke. Like, it was clearly the signs of a stroke. Okay? Slurred speech, like somebody trying to recover from a stroke, is what I mean. So when you sit up here and you telling me, first of all, you telling me the woman business. Then on top of that, you out here claiming that the woman done had a stroke. Then you gonna claim that not only do you claim that you think she faking it, but you repeat this claim and you repeat it to numerous people. And then you sit up here and try to decipher her behavior and whatever it is she doing online and how she look. You using that as your basis for saying, oh no, she faking it. I was like, but you the first one who out here trying to be acting like you Christian. You so Christian. You so much better than everybody else. Last time I checked, you ain't supposed to kick somebody when they down. Oh, and then on top of that, like I say, putting the woman business all out there in the street. The woman husband done left her. She just got married. She been married maybe a year and some change. But you out here kicking the woman when she down. Talking about, well, that's probably why her husband left her. First of all, why are you even speculating? How is this any of your business? Second of all, why would you do that? Why would you be that type of person and do that sort of thing to somebody who last time I checked you were friendly with? Like, why would you? But you steady out here calling her out her name, talking about all the stuff she done did in the past at the job. I'm like, what that got to do with right now? What does that have to do with you? How does this affect you? How? How does this affect you? You ain't told me yet how this affects you, how this messing with your money, because it don't really affect your money. It really doesn't affect your money at all. And then one of our mutual friends was like, well, we like I don't understand why, she out here doing all this stuff and she run around faking and she act like, she don't think nobody noticed. doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm getting all her extra work. And I had to set said friend straight, which that friend and I are cool. I really like her. But I had to set her straight. And I had to be like, baby, that work was coming to you anyway. It should have been to you. It shouldn't have even been with her. I'm not even sure why they had her working on it. And yeah, she ain't very good at whatever it is she's doing, because she be making some mistakes and she be messing things up. But this was my thing. That work was coming to you anyway. It ain't like you took on extra work because somebody being slack. The work was coming to you anyway because you work on the section that deals with this work. So the fact that they just now gave it to you means they was cutting you some slack, not the other way around. Like, I told her, I said, y'all wrong for that. Don't be blowing up my phone with no foolishness about no woman that you swear is lying about having a stroke, even though she clearly got something going on. Clearly. And if you ain't her friend, then get out of her face and stop smiling all up in her face. And don't bring that bullshit to my phone either. And don't be bringing that bullshit to me, because I ain't got time for it. I'm not sitting up here debating whether or not somebody had a stroke or not. I'm not going to sit up here and debate about whether or not they lying or not. That's not any of my business. Nor do I particularly care. This is just a job. A J-A-J. Just a job. It ain't... This is not the end all be all for me. And I don't care enough to sit up here and figure out what's going on with somebody else's medical history. Or their husband. That got on my nerves. So then when she come talking about this foolishness with Chick-fil-A, I'm like, okay, you go ahead and count on me never speaking to you again, on top of the fact that you're fucking hypocrite. You trash. Like, you are trash. You are a trash human being. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should know damn better. On top of you a hypocrite. Just get out of my face. Like, don't talk to me. Do not talk to me. If it occurs to you to talk to me, let it go out your mind. Let that thought pass. So I noticed, and I have not talked to her in, I say, probably about a month and a half. And I have no intention to talk to her after that. Get no intentions. None. Because it was just like, the look on my face was just like, you're trash. So I was like, you are such a trash human being for that. I can't deal with that. I can't. I literally can't deal with that. And then had the nerve the other day, and what bothered me the most was, and I just knew, I said, this is just stupid as hell. What you gonna come on Facebook and like my photos for? She was on Facebook. Apparently, we're still friends on Facebook, but I said, here, let me go ahead and change this option to take a break. I don't want to see your shit in my timeline. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see nothing dealing with you. I had posted a thing about my auditing project that I had just had to do. Now, keep in mind, I ain't talked to her in a month and a half. Ain't got no plans to. How about she gonna come like my photos of the project where I was talking about what I did and that I got an A and, I was doing real well with the project. I'm like, why? What you come and like the photo for? Why? Clearly I ain't speaking to you. Clearly I don't want to talk to you. Like, girl, bye. As she like to say all the time, girl, bye. Like, go sit down. I don't want to talk to you. And you know exactly why. It ain't like you don't know. Trash. It's just trash. But I anticipate also getting a job and getting the hell out of where I work, because I hate my job. Yeah, it's not a pleasant atmosphere to work in. Aside from that foolishness with her, it is not a pleasant atmosphere to work in. For me, at least, it's not. I'm good at my job, but that don't mean I enjoy it. It's like I say, it's a JAJ, just a job. I am looking forward to when I graduate, so that I might go get another job and get another and better type of employment. Also, I got a raise, so I'm back up to where I should have been this whole time. But yeah, it's not a pleasant environment, but it's gonna be all right. Anyway, so I'm gonna get up out of here. This is gonna be pretty short. We're gonna see what's going on with the man. Find out what's going on with him. Uh, I'll try to do some more episodes a little bit more often since I'll have more time this summer and this fall since I'm not going to school. We're gonna see. I should have some time and keep y'all up to date on what's going on with me. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.